episode in our Elder Scrolls Online Let's Play. We are in Stone Falls today, and yes, I know I'm wearing glasses. I've been figured with this clean-shaven look, I might as well start wearing them again, even though I should have been wearing them this entire time. We are continuing our questing streak through Stone Falls, this first kind of section that we've discovered, and we got a few left to do. So, without further ado, we're gonna head up northwest there to the fate of a friend. We gotta find stands in still water. Oh, I tell you, these Argonians have the weirdest names. That's racist. Okay, I'm sorry. In a way, though, oh, I'm not even gonna get into that discussion. I mean, I do like philosophy, but and theology, but yeah, I'm not gonna get into that debate because it's a very controversial. Even for this game, I feel like it'd be a very controversial subject. Kind of describing each race in this game to a race in the real world. I feel like, yeah. There's a lot of arguments for, a lot of arguments against, you know. If anything, the Nords are definitely Republicans, am I right? And to be clear, that was an insult, not a... Oh, I shouldn't say that either. Okay. Just forget I said anything. Ah, stupid Devin. Not saying I'm liberal, not saying I'm Republican or conservative or whatever. Yeah. I just think the entire government politics game is a joke. But I will say 67, at least 2/3 of this country agree with that. Trump was the worst thing that ever happened to this country. I said it. Shit. Okay, so we got an little bit here, and I should be abundantly clear when I say this too. Like, even if you do support Donald Trump, I really want you guys to enjoy these videos. You know, like, just because obviously from that joke, I don't support Donald Trump, does not mean that. I'm gonna let this sit for a second. Does not mean that your opinions are not valid. Okay? So, please don't hate me. Just because of my personal viewpoints, because I am very open-minded to your opinions, and I will respect them. I might make a stupid joke from time to time, but I will never, disregard your opinion because I don't like it. So, I apologize if that was offensive to some of you guys. I know a lot of us in this country right now don't. I mean, even today, as this is being recorded, I mean, Biden is in office officially. But I don't want you guys to think that I don't want you guys to think that I didn't respect the office for what it was. And honestly, I mean, I feel bad for even saying this, but if you guys just take a second to chill out and relax and just respect the process that we have had for hundreds of years, well, a couple hundred years. things will work out. I mean, they always have, and this is why we have these implementations in effect. You know, I mean, these terms. You know, I mean, 4 years. Yeah, 4 years with Trump for liberals, they hated it. Yeah, they hated it, and some Republicans hated it too. Most of the world hated it. But and definitely, I mean, the same can be said for Biden. I mean, there's going to be a hell of a lot of people that don't support what Biden's going to be doing. But the only thing we can do is what we have been doing, and trust in the process. And I know that's a hard thing to do right now with the Electoral College kind of being in question right now. And I won't go into my personal views on the Electoral College either, but the thing is, this is what a majority of the country wanted. Okay, think of it as an elementary school class president election. You know, the majority wins. You know, I'm sorry that for the GOP and Trump supporters who lost this election. But I mean, Biden, I congratulate you too. And, you know, like, all we have to do, it's not a victory or a loss. You know, the main thing here, the main victory comes when we come together as a country and we face our issues. And whether that be global warming or illegals peddling drugs, you know. And for the record, 99% of illegals aren't peddling drugs. They're just trying to get to a new life. We just have to love each other, and respect each other, and think, if I didn't want this for myself, I shouldn't be imposing that on other people. And I think in a way that kind of tells to both sides of it, you know. And I think that can kind of be a good thing and a bad thing. But nonetheless, I apologize if that was offensive to some of you guys. Just know that when you're watching my streams, my videos, your opinion is validated, respected, and loved. So keep that in mind. That sounded cheesy as hell at the end, but I just want you guys to know, you know, if I make jokes, it's not always meant to be offensive. It's just more or less meant to lighten the mood. I have no hard feelings against any feeling, any person, any race, any sex, any religion, anything. And honestly, I will openly say I am a believer of true freedom, which is what I call it, is where if you were born in this world, you have a right to decide what you're going to do with your life. Within reason, of course. You can't go out and murder people and shit, but, like, if someone's trying to tell you what to do with your own personal body, that's your business and your business alone. It almost, I guess a better way to describe it is, like, the way I see the world right now, they kind of see you as a cow, kind of in the line to get slaughtered, you know? Like, I don't know how to describe it. I just feel like you shouldn't let a government, a person, a religion tell you what you can or cannot do with your own personal self. That, like I said, Not physically, like, go out in the world and hurt other people. I'm, like, saying with your own personal life, your personal spiritual self. So, that's all I'm trying to say. I know I've gotten very philosophical in this whole thing, but, you know.
It's a message from Drathus Othra, the leader
Ooh,
of the
I got a message from my brother.
Ebonheart. He sends his compliments, and he wants you to help the town resist a nearby Covenant invasion. No, he just needs you to talk. House Drez isn't popular. The Nords and Argonians in Ebonheart won't speak to him. And the other Dark Elf houses don't like the Drez much either. Convince the townspeople to work together. Then speak to Othra.
Okay. Ooh, this is the Ebonheart quest. Alright. Alright. Okay, so we're actually getting into the heart of Ebonheart. Oh. We got another quest over here, though. Oh, and I hear a dolmen. No, it's the dolmen we already did. Okay. Scheißer. Okay, so let's pick up this quest and we'll continue on from there. We'll probably go into Ebonheart before I go any further to... Oh! No, I did not say Google. I tell ya. Android. Ugh. And I accidentally used another potion. Fantastic. That's what I wanted, and that's what we all needed. We got another quest here, and as well we got an... I see an eye symbol up there.
Are you willing to risk heresy to save the soul of Ebonheart?
Heresy? What the hell are you talking about?
The disciple of our tribunal temple has lost his faith. He says the three no longer speak to him. He sent me to pray for him at shrines to Olmalexia, Vivek, and Sothasil, just outside town. But I was driven away by a foul smell and angry Aelid.
Oh my god, so you're a pansy.
I don't know. The smell may have driven the beasts into a frenzy.
Not what I asked,
Perhaps,
what I said.
If you'd be willing, would you burn these flowers at each shrine? If the three respond, tell Disciple Sildris. Perhaps that will restore his faith. I'll pray for an answer to your voice at the shrines. Praying for prayers. Perhaps Vivek will appreciate how circular that is.
You're so clever, you know. You got this, girl. Okay. So, was I not supposed to do that, or... Alright, let's go south to... Ebonheart. What's going on here? Wait, what? I keep saying failed. That's gonna bother me now. Okay, but we are gonna keep going south. We're gonna get into the heart of Ebonheart. Shajo's house. Yeah, there we go.
Another string. I have no quarrel with you. We shall speak. But know that if you would help those trying to murder our Hist, I will speak with my teeth instead of my tongue.
What's wrong with your history, madam?
It's dying. It was never healthy. This isn't Black Marsh after all. So in the last few weeks, it's withered. We've learned that House Drez is poisoning it. It's not enough to have enslaved us for generations. Now they want to carve our hearts out.
What can be done to save your Hist?
The best we can do is fertilize it. We're using mud crab meat wrapped in ash reed. Both are common around the quarter. We've also set guards around the tree to keep the Dunmer away.
I can collect some fertilizer for you.
If you wish to aid us, gather the items I requested. Ash reeds grow in the tide pools in our quarter, and mud crabs thrive on the shores nearby. Gather some of each and present them at the roots of our Hist.
Goodbye. Okay. We're going to continue exploring for sure here. So let's get into Ebonheart. I already see the shrine. So we're going to head for that. Come on here. Okay. So we got another quest here as well as a way shrine. Okay, where? Oh, you're right here.
Ah, my business partner. I've located another rare and valuable vintage here in Ebonheart. Are you willing to acquire it for me? There's a bottle of white gold tower here in Ebonheart. The war wizard who owns it retired to this town and opened an inn. Fedrasa Andrethi took the bottle off the battlefield. Now it's gathering dust in her private reserve. She was a decorated soldier in the Ebonheart Pact. Now she tends to guests at the Ebony Flask. Her Nightflower servants probably know her best. If you want to know how to get that bottle, talk to one. Just let me know what I can do to you.
Another quest. Let's see what we're up to now. 20. So we got room for 5 more. So we're probably going to only do 3 more for the comfort, anxiety. I remind you guys. We gained another champion point. Did we? No, we did already. Okay, so we're 363 right now, which is amazing. We only got 37 levels to 400, which would be 42 levels to halfway to the max. It's pretty good. Let's check an inventory too. As long as we're in a big city, we could probably empty out some of our loot. Okay, so let's go down south more into the city, so we can get to the woodworking and blacksmith.
I heard you were there when Molar Grundo was defeated. Well done.
So, ooh, and we got quests down here too, so, ooh, we might not be exploring as much as we thought we were going to. Kind of hits hard, doesn't it?
What brings you to this god's forsaken dark elf dunghole? The beer in this land is fit only for pigs. Good thing we brought our own. Have the elves asked you to help beat back the Covenant yet? To Sovngarde with them. Aye. The milk drinkers landed to the west at that big yellow tree thing. Now the Drez have got their skirts in a twist. Oh, please save us, big strong Nords. Fancy lads, the lot of them. They think Nords only exist to save elven asses. Bring them on. We don't skeever out of a fight. When we're attacked, we fight. I wager you think we should fight for the rest of the pact. All right. Prove they've got some backbone. Let's see you beat 3 of my men, and do it the Nord way.
So, call them racist names and judge them for not being a Nord?
Pour yourself a mug and get to it. Unless you're too fancy, of course.
Hey, you had me at Riften, bro. Okay. That brings us to 21 quests already. Okay, we have our other one over here.
We want no trouble, Outlander. My injury doesn't keep me from stringing a bow. A Nyx hound attacked our caravan. He savaged my leg and carried off one of our guar.
Is that sort of thing normal here?
No. Lately we've sighted savage creatures in the wastelands. They're more than a match for our tribe's hunters. Great rewards await any hunter who can bring them to ground.
I mean, I can do this. Whatever these creatures may be, but I'm gonna need more.
The first is Varnog, a feral Nyx hound. The next is worse, Bliger, a vicious and territorial bullnetch. Worst of all is a clanfear named Gerlisk.
So there's 3. Okay. Fair enough. You ask and I shall receive. Oh, okay. Don't tell me this is gonna be one of those quests I'm gonna have to wait on this quest. Fair enough. Okay. Well, just as well, we're going to have to start doing some of these other quests here. To clear up our log more, because apparently there's a lot in Ebonheart, which I understand because it's kind of the central hub for the Ebonheart pack. Speaking of which, that actually reminds me. Make sure this is all right. Yeah. No, I'm gonna have to switch that around. There. Now it's fixed. Okay. I kind of have a list of all the expansions in order, chronological order, because I know this game can get kind of confusing. So I wanted to fix this because I put Daggerfall Covenant ahead of Ebonheart Pact, and it's the other way around, obviously. So. Okay, so we gotta defeat a wagon, escort, a log roller, and a wood sawyer. You're making this sound so difficult. Oh, you're getting me shit-faced, aren't you? Okay.
Care for a drink? Are you asking for a challenge? Sure, this should be fun. stop. I need more mead. Oof! Ah. Good fight! You'll have to find someone else to brawl with. I just need a moment to catch my breath. And stop the bleeding. And get another mead! You know how it is.
Okay, very good.
We perform an important service, you know. If not for us, the Dark Elves would never see a massive log or a long, smooth piece of wood. Especially the Lady Elves, if you know what I mean.
Oh, for the love of...
We perform an important service, you know. If not for us. We perform an important... You could only beat me if I was blind, stinking sober, and I'm not.
Bring it, bitch.
I'll chop your head clean off! Good fight. We'll have to find someone else to brawl with. I just need a moment to catch my breath, and stop the bleeding, and get another mead. You know how it is.
Funny thing. That's the same exact thing the last guy said. But thank you.
You want us to help drive off the daggers? You better prove the rest of the pack can fight like a Nord. Get yourself a drink, grab a weapon, or a Ponzi spell if that's your preference, and duel 3 of my soldiers. We fight drunk. We've got a keg of fine, strong mead from Riften right here. Pour yourself a mug and get to it. Unless you're too fancy, of course.
Some of the boys like to flirt with the elf girls. I don't know why. They're so little. There's nothing to them. Haha! You're clever, you are. Let's see how well you take a flirt. Try to put up a decent fight. Oh. Sabercat. You're a good drinking mate, friend. Come back and join us again sometime.
Alright. Perfect.
Well, you're not half bad, I'll give you that. I said I would, and I don't go back on my word. I hope the rest of the pack fights like you, not that milk-drinking Urano. Ravel Urano. That dark elf here before you. He kept asking to buy our lumber so we'd leave town. I told him no, we had a contract to keep. But he offered to double it. No one pays that much for wood. Even good rift spruce. What a skeever. Don't know and didn't ask. His story smelled like last week's fish. Whole time we were talking, he kept looking around for a crack to ooze through, sweating like. The boys ran him off with a few light cuffs to the head. He hasn't come back since. Right. Things like that. They're exactly why we keep to ourselves in the Elven lands. That and the bad food. Anyway, you're all right. Tell that fancy Othrol we'll fight. Come back and drink with us again sometime.
All right. Alright, so we gotta use the whistle on Quama. Can't I just use them because they're docile? I mean... Thank you, I guess. That is weird. You know, shulks aren't friendly. Four. 5. Okay. Let's get back to Dreadlin Orn. Drelvin Orn, sorry.
Look at all my beautiful Quama. Their beady little eyes, the gentle pulsing of their abdomens. I can't thank you enough. I'm going to have to get the mine back open, of course. Quama are very good diggers, you know. Particularly the workers. So much work to do. I can't let this mine sit idle forever.
Another one done, I guess.
My Lady Almalexia bids you carry a message to Disciple Sildrus. The Tribunal does not abandon their people. Just as a parent shelters children from dangers they cannot comprehend, the three shelter the Dunmer from threats beyond their ken.
Anything else?
Tell him that my lady is mindful of his doubt and fear. There is no shame in either, so long as he helps others bear their burdens. His fears will be allayed, but if he spreads his despair, my lady will chastise him.
And who is this Almalexia?
You are the child whose soul was stolen. My
A while
lady is
ago.
concerned for you. Almalexia is the merciful healing mother of the Dunmer. She is the most beloved of the Tribunal.
Yeah, there's more to it.
I am merely a servant and messenger of my lady, not a teacher or priest. Seek the temples and libraries to learn more. Perhaps in time, you may speak to Almalexia herself.
Okay. Bye. Got 2 others to do, and I'm gonna do them. We got about 6 minutes left on this video. We're gonna try and do what we can. Okay.
I appear at my lord's behest. Or perhaps I was always here, and you merely lacked the ability to see me.
Well, Sildras is wondering why the Tribunal is silent, so I was wondering if you could tell me.
Actions carry conviction better than words. A skilled poet arranges for others to be where they should be, when they should be, to fulfill his needs and desires. Yet the question Sildras asked was not the one in his heart.
Well, what was the question that is in his heart?
A man of poisoned words put doubt in Sildras's heart. He said the poet is less than he once was. Tell the disciple that Vivek's words and wit and way of war are as keen as always. What is Vivek beyond these?
Who is Vivek?
Vivek is a warrior poet, the ruthless and elegant soul of his people. He guides and protects all. Sharp of eye and tongue is he. Long is his reach. Longer is his spear. How can this question be on the lips of anyone in Morrowind?
You seem surprised.
The sermons of Vivek are beside every bed. Vivek's psalms are sighed from every maiden's lips. His wisdom makes his people as hard, capable, and enduring as the poet himself. All know Vivek, for Vivek would have it so.
Okay, well, okay. Bye. Weirdo. Okay, we got one more blessing to do. And then we're gonna end this episode. That's way up there, okay. Might as well. I mean, we're here, right?
Speak.
Well, Sidrus wants to know if you know if the tribunal hears his prayers, but, you know, I'm just a messenger.
All prayers are heard, not all are acknowledged.
Are you saying he doesn't care?
Every small cog drives a greater gear. Each is necessary, otherwise the whole collapses. When any cog shivers from the stresses on it, the master feels it, but the load he assigns it is no more than he knows it can bear.
Who is he?
Wizard, mystic, master of the Clockwork City, an architect of time and a binder of oblivion, one who masters the tools that mastered others. Does this answer satisfy?
No, but I don't really care to continue this conversation. Okay. Well, we're going to do as promised. I'm going to end the episode here. If you guys like that, please drop a like down below. Subscribe. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.